Have you ever looked at your cat and wondered what exactly is going on inside that furry little head? Do they see you simply as a walking can opener and a source of warmth? Or is there something deeper in your relationship? Most people think they understand their feline companions, but the cat world is full of subtle mysteries and hidden signals. Today, we are going to decode the 7 essential signs that prove your cat trusts you absolutely and unconditionally. Pay close attention because some of these signs are not nearly as obvious as you might think, and the absence of even one of them could be a serious red flag. Are you ready to peek into the soul of your furry friend and finally know if you are the center of their universe? Let's dive in. But before we jump into the signs themselves, let's take a second to consider why trust is such a profoundly important concept for a cat. Unlike dogs, who were domesticated primarily for partnership and work alongside humans, cats entered into this relationship on their own terms. Deep in their DNA still lives the legacy of the solitary hunter and the cautious prey. For them, trust isn't a given. It's a luxury that must be earned. Any unfamiliar object, sound, or creature is a potential threat. When a cat chooses to trust you, they are actively overriding their most profound instincts for self-preservation. They are willingly making themselves vulnerable in your presence. And understanding this is the absolute key to forging a truly unbreakable bond. This isn't just affection, it is the highest form of feline validation. So, the first, and perhaps the most widely recognized sign of trust, is the slow blink. You've probably noticed how a cat, while looking right at you, slowly closes its eyes and then opens them again. In the human world, a direct and fixed gaze often signals aggression or a challenge. In the feline world, this is amplified. When a cat looks at you without breaking eye contact but performs that slow blink, it's signaling, I see you, I am relaxed, and I pose no threat. It's their unique way of saying, I trust you. Some specialists affectionately call this gesture the cat kiss. This is an active, deliberate signal the cat sends out to lower any tension and show its friendly disposition. It's essentially saying that they feel so safe in your presence that they can afford to momentarily lose sight of you. It is a profoundly intimate and meaningful gesture. But what makes this cat kiss so special? The amazing part is that you can actually respond. If you notice your cat slowly blinking at you, try doing the exact same thing back. Establish soft eye contact and then slowly and smoothly close and open your eyes. There's no need to make it sudden or theatrical. The movement should feel completely relaxed. To your cat, this is a clear signal that you understand them and are returning the affection. You are essentially speaking their language, confirming that you two are safe, trustworthy, and friendly. It's an incredible way to strengthen your bond. Just imagine you are having a silent dialogue based on complete, mutual trust. Ignoring this gesture, or even worse, holding a long, unblinking stare, can inadvertently send a signal of danger, confusing and disconcerting your cat. So the next time you catch that look, don't miss the chance to kiss right back. Let's move on to the second sign, which is arguably the ultimate display of feline trust, the belly rub invitation. The abdomen is a cat's most vulnerable spot. It houses all the vital organs, and unlike the rib cage, there's no bone structure protecting them. In the wild, a predator would absolutely never expose its underbelly to another creature, unless it were in a life or death scenario, such as a serious fight. So, when your cat flops onto its back, revealing that soft, defenseless tummy, take it as an incredible compliment. She is essentially telling you, I trust you enough to expose my most vulnerable point. I know you won't hurt me. This is a gesture of absolute surrender and profound relaxation. Your cat feels completely secure both in your home and right beside you. She is confident that her world is stable, reliable, and predictable. Here is a critical point that many owners overlook. When a cat exposes its belly, that's a huge sign of trust, but it is absolutely not always an invitation to rub it. This is one of the most common mistakes owners make. The cat is offering you a gesture of trust, and by invading its personal space to touch this sensitive area, you risk breaking that bond. For many cats, The instinctive reaction to having their belly touched is a defensive reflex. They grab your hand with their teeth and back claws. They aren't trying to hurt you, it's pure instinct. So, how should you react appropriately? The best approach is to speak softly to your cat and give them a slow blink. You can gently pet their head or cheek, but avoid the stomach unless you are 100% certain that your specific cat enjoys it. Value the gesture of trust itself, not the opportunity to grab the fluffy tummy. The third undeniable sign is headbutting and cheek rubbing. This gesture is known in the world of feline behaviour as bunting. When a cat approaches you and literally butts you with its forehead, or rubs its cheek against your leg, hand, or face, it's performing a crucial action. Special glands that release pheromones are located on their face, specifically around the cheeks, chin, and forehead. This is a unique chemical signature, the individual scent fingerprint of every cat. Humans can't detect it, but to other felines, it's like a passport or an ID. When your cat rubs against you, it is actively depositing this scent onto you. By doing this, the cat marks you as theirs, as part of their safe territory and their inner family circle. This is more than just a display of affection. It is a profound act of inclusion, bringing you into their closest group. Let's delve a little deeper. This scent-swapping ritual holds immense importance within feline social structures. In a pride or colony, cats rub against one another to establish a unified group scent. This helps them distinguish insiders from outsiders and strengthens social bonds. When your cat rubs on you and perhaps then goes to rub on the leg of a chair, she is essentially blending your scent with hers and the scent of your home. She is creating a single harmonious aromatic space, a sanctuary where everything and everyone smells familiar and safe. You are the central element of this space. She isn't just saying, "I love you," she is saying, "You are my family." We are one cohesive unit. So, the next time your cat reaches up to you with her head, don't pull away. Lean slightly toward her and allow her to complete this vital ritual. The fourth sign of trust is all about rest, specifically sleep. This is when your cat sleeps on you or curled up right next to you. As we've mentioned before, cats are unique. They are both predator and prey, and they are at their most vulnerable when they are asleep. At this point, they can't monitor their surroundings or react quickly to a threat. For a cat, choosing where to sleep is a strategic decision rooted entirely in security. If your cat chooses your lap, your chest, or simply curls up tightly next to you on the sofa or in bed, this is the ultimate demonstration of trust. They are essentially choosing you as their personal bodyguard. They are convinced that as long as you are present, they are safe. Your presence is so calming that it allows them to fully relax, let their guard down, and completely switch off. You should also pay attention to the position your cat chooses when sleeping near you. If she's curled up tightly in a ball, tucking in her nose and paws, that usually signals a desire to conserve heat and indicates a basic level of security. But if your cat sleeps sprawled out, stretching her paws, or even lying on her back and exposing her belly, that's a whole new level of trust. This position is the most vulnerable she can adopt, and it signifies absolute, 100% confidence in her surroundings, and most importantly, in you. Furthermore, your body is a source of warmth and rhythmic, soothing sounds, like your heartbeat and breathing. This harkens back to the safest period of her life, kittenhood, when she snuggled closely with her mother and siblings. By falling asleep on you, she subconsciously returns to that state of complete peace and protection. To her, you are a living symbol of safety. Now we move on to the fifth crucial indicator. This is the well-known motion called kneading, or when your cat pushes its paws in and out on your lap. This gesture, sometimes affectionately known as making biscuits, or the kitty massage, has incredibly deep roots. In fact, it's one of the very first instinctive movements a kitten ever performs. When kittens nurse, they rhythmically knead the mother cat's abdomen to stimulate the flow of milk. For them, this action is deeply associated with warmth, fullness, safety, and absolute comfort. It represents the most peaceful and carefree time of their lives. So when your adult cat performs this same action on you, They are essentially regressing back into that state of a totally carefree kitten. It's their way of showing that they feel just as safe and content with you as they once did with their mother. We need to remember that your cat isn't consciously deciding, time to show my human how much I trust them. This is a purely instinctive sign of complete relaxation and pure bliss. This process often involves loud purring and sometimes even drooling. That's just another unmistakable sign that they are fully relaxed. If your cat never needs you, it could be a signal that they haven't achieved that ultimate level of comfort in your presence. While some cats simply don't develop this habit, if yours does, consider it undeniable proof of their deepest affection and bond. And yes, sometimes they might extend their claws, but please don't scold them. She isn't doing it to be mean. It's just pure instinct kicking in. Instead, the best approach is to gently trim her claws, or simply place a soft blanket or thick cushion beneath her paws. The sixth sign of trust is something you can observe every time you walk through the door. It's the high tail greeting. A cat's tail is the ultimate barometer of its mood. If you learn how to read it, you will know almost everything there is to know about your pet. When a cat is scared or feeling insecure, its tail will be lowered or even tucked tightly between its legs. If she is annoyed or angry, her tail will twitch or lash sharply from side to side. But when she's happy to see you, feeling confident and friendly, she'll approach you with her tail held straight up in the air, perfectly vertical. Often, the very tip of the tail will be slightly curved, forming a distinct shape, almost like a question mark. This is the universal feline signal that says, "Hello, I'm so glad you're home. I trust you completely." This behaviour also stems from kittenhood. Young kittens raise their tails to greet their mother and allow her to perform necessary grooming. It is a fundamental sign of trust and submission when they are very young. When they carry this habit into adulthood and use it with a human, the cat is essentially casting you in the role of a protective, nurturing parent. It's their way of showing that in your presence they feel safe, secure, and small, just like a kitten. This is a sign of genuine happiness and the complete absence of fear or anxiety. If your cat greets you at the door with the classic question mark or flagpole tail, rest assured that she trusts you completely. She views your home as her safe haven and you as her primary guardian. It's a daily reaffirmation of your strong, unbreakable bond. And finally, we arrive at the seventh sign, one that can be a little jarring or even flat out gross for some people. This is when your cat brings you presents. While those gifts might sometimes be a favourite toy, most of the time we're talking about actual freshly caught prey. They're trophies. This could be a fly, a crunchy beetle, a lizard, or the dreaded worst-case scenario, a mouse or a bird delivered right to your doorstep. Our initial reaction is usually shock, fear, or pure revulsion. But before you scold your feline friend, stop and consider the profound meaning behind the action. There are two main theories explaining this behaviour, and both speak volumes about the ultimate level of trust and deep affection. The first theory suggests that your cat sees you as part of their pride, but unfortunately, they believe you are an absolutely hopeless hunter. After all, you never managed to bring home fresh dinner. Driven by instinct, she's either trying to teach you how to hunt or simply ensure you're fed. She's sharing the most valuable resource she has, her food. She is caring for you exactly as her mother cared for her, bringing stunned or recently killed prey back to the den to show her how to hunt. It's a huge display of love and responsibility, seeing you as a rather hopeless member of the family who needs guidance. The second theory suggests that the cat views your house as its main territory, its den, and the safest place to be. And according to the primal laws of predators, all spoils must be brought back to the den. By delivering this present to you, she is bringing it to the heart of her territory to share it with the most important member of her family. Either way, this is a massive compliment. So, no matter how gross or upsetting it might be, never scold your cat for doing this. Instead, calmly praise her for her efforts and affection, and then discreetly dispose of the gift. Let's look at another aspect of trust that shows up in our daily interactions: vocalization. In other words, the specific way your cat talks to you. As a general rule, adult cats do not meow at each other. They reserve this particular sound almost exclusively for communicating with humans. If your cat often greets you with a quiet, gentle meow, or offers those special trills and chirps when you speak to her, it's a sure sign that she feels completely comfortable and enjoys your presence. She's not simply demanding food, she is initiating a dialogue. It's her personal way of maintaining social contact. What's especially telling is if your cat has a specific sound reserved only for you. This indicates she has developed a unique language for communicating with the most important creature in her life. In addition, the purr is extremely telling. While cats don't only purr when they are happy, they often use it to self-soothe in stressful situations. Context is everything. If your cat climbs onto your lap, starts kneading you with their paws, and turns their motor up to full volume, there's no room for doubt. They are in absolute bliss. This sound is a soothing vibration that signals complete relaxation and contentment, creating an aura of peace and comfort around both of you. Here's an interesting fact. The frequency of a cat's purr falls within a range that is thought to promote tissue healing and strengthen bones. So perhaps when your cat purrs, they aren't just showing you their trust. They might actually be giving you a little bit of purr therapy. Trust is also evident in how your cat follows you around the house. If your pet acts as your little shadow, trailing you from room to room, accompanying you to the bathroom or the kitchen, and settling down near you while you work or watch TV, this goes far beyond mere curiosity. It signifies that your presence is a source of comfort and security for her. She simply prefers your company to being alone. While cats are territorial animals, for a trusting cat, you become the most vital element of her territory. Where you go, she goes. She just wants the reassurance that her centre of the universe is accounted for and safe. This quiet, unobtrusive display of affection speaks volumes. She isn't demanding attention. She simply wants to be a consistent part of your world. Another subtle but really important indicator is how your cat lets you handle its personal care. Procedures like brushing, nail trimming, or ear cleaning can be incredibly stressful for many cats. They require restraint and a definite invasion of their personal space. If your cat tolerates these procedures with minimal resistance, or perhaps even seems to enjoy them, that is a massive sign of deep trust. Your cat understands that you won't harm her, even if the action itself feels unpleasant. She trusts your hands and your intentions completely. This level of confidence is built on accumulated experience, on the hundreds of times you've been gentle and careful with her. The ability of your cat to relax during such a vulnerable process is truly the culmination of long, patient work dedicated to building your relationship. Let's consider the flip side. When your cat grooms you, if your feline friend tries to lick your hair, hands, or face with that signature rough tongue, take it as the highest compliment. In the feline world, mutual grooming, also known as allogrooming, is a vital social ritual. This behaviour is reserved only for the closest members of a social group, mothers and their kittens, or exceptionally close adult cats. This process doesn't just keep the fur clean, it also strengthens social bonds by spreading a unifying family scent. When your cat licks you, she is welcoming you into her innermost circle. She is grooming you in the very same way her mother once groomed her. It is an act of incredible tenderness and affection, speaking volumes about her deep attachment and trust, louder than any words ever could. And finally, let's discuss how your cat treats your personal belongings. If you find your pet sleeping on your favourite sweater, inside your handbag, or curled up in the laundry basket, resist the urge to immediately scold them. For cats, scent is the absolute key to how they perceive the world, and your belongings carry your most powerful and concentrated smell. When a cat feels lonely or anxious in your absence, they seek out your aroma as a form of self-soothing. Sleeping on your clothes is their way of staying close to you, even when you aren't physically there. They surround themselves with your scent to feel completely safe. You can think of it as their equivalent of having your photograph, but in the world of smell and aroma. This is further proof that you are her anchor of stability and the absolute center of her world. Your presence, even just the scent left on a sweater, provides her with deep confidence and comfort. And those are the 7 main keys, and even more, to unlocking the secrets of the feline heart. From the slow blink that's silent, "I love you," to the display of their vulnerable belly. From leaving their scent on you to mark you as family, to sleeping soundly on your lap, where they feel completely safe. We figured out why kneading, or making biscuits, is a nostalgic return to their happiest kittenhood, and why a straight raised tail is a joyful hello from a creature who sees you as their parent. And even that strange act of bringing home their catch is actually the highest form of care. As you can see, the language of feline trust is complex and wonderful. It consists of hundreds of tiny details that together create a strong, lasting bond between you and your pet. Remember that this trust is fragile. It must be cherished and maintained every single day. Thank you for watching this video all the way through. I hope that now you have an even better understanding of your furry friends. Which of these signs do you notice in your own cat? Perhaps your pet shows their love in a unique way. Share your story in the comments below. We would love to read about it. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video helpful, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new, interesting stories from the animal kingdom. See you next time.